And you just listened to a young girl who was saying that the Nigerian community here is totally very angry. It covers all those aspects of the various techniques of our team. Beth was the Ijaw country of the Niger Delta of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. He went to several schools. His major academic genesis was at the government college, Ujeli. And
go gather, destroy their food. With the camp and that other camp, some camp, you don't compensate everybody.
In its key generation sometimes. Today our focus will be on the style of J.P. Clark, a poet and writer, and we shall also be very interested in his poem Akbo Dancer.
Some lives are meaningful, some are empty. There are the lives that are eventful, with too much meaning and riches to offer humankind. Long after some of these earthly adventures and no more, one can still find footprints of these great lives on the pavements of our contemporary lives.
Good evening, you're welcome to the program Green Planet.
Welcome to People, Places and Events. In today's program, we shall be talking about ecotourism around the Bimbia Bonadikombo Community Forest in the southwest province of Cameroon. We shall be meeting a worker of Bimbia Bonadikombo Community Forest Project, and he shall be telling us more. He is called Javier Mondwa.
I am working for an environmental organization, non-governmental organization known as the Bimbia Bonadikombo Natural Resource Management Council.
What do you do in terms of work?
I am responsible for managing the ecotourism sector or activities in the forest.
So do you receive a lot of people?
Yes, we do. We have tourists coming from Cameroon and Africa and in other parts of the world, Europe and America and Asia included.
So how are your activities like? Do you have very tedious trails? Do you climb up little mountains? Give us an account of how the topography there looks like.
Well, the forest is 3,735 hectares. It's a small mountainous forest, but as far as our ecotourism program is concerned, the trails we've established for that purpose, that is ecotourism, are not difficult.
And when is it best to go to this place? During the rainy season or during the dry season?
Well, it's best at any time of the year, but I mean the most appropriate time will be of course the dry season.
Well, this forest is situated somewhere around the neighborhood of the town of Limbe, and a lot of people say urbanization, population pressure, and all these issues will definitely affect the species that are in this forest. Do you think that you are doing much in terms of preserving the species you have there from farmers who might be engaging into things like wild bushfires?
This forest is the last or the only remaining forest, the only remaining coastal lowland forest between Douala and Limbe. Why it was formed a community forest is because botanical inventories in 1992 and 1997 revealed that there were 24 endemic species and 43 rare or new species of plants to science. So the government passed a law in 1994 that communities should form community forests. So all this gave the community and the elites in the area the urge, you know, the motivation to do something about the area, so that those plants which are rare and which are endemic will still be preserved for now and generations which are yet to come. As of now, we are carrying out conservation activities, ecotourism being an example, geared towards a sustainable management of the forest. That is, we are exploiting the forest for the improvement of livelihoods of those who are in the community.
How have you been doing in terms of trying to improve their livelihoods? What are some of those activities you've been doing so far?
A glaring example is ecotourism. If a tourist comes to the area, he has to pay a fee. If a researcher comes, he also has to pay a fee. Other activities which you carry out are like sustainable agriculture, There is some measure of timber exploitation, which is also sustainable. There's extraction of fuel wood. There is also activities like bee farming, which is not really intensive, but which we intend to intensify in the future.
You can have a silhouette of the Bimbia Bonadikombo forest area, and it definitely can boast of several threatened species, and we shall be coming to get from the horse's own mouth some of these threatened plant species. What are some of these plants that are being threatened?
The local market is in great demand for wood, for furniture. One most prominent species is known as small leaf. It's locally called small leaf, but the scientific name is Piptandenia africana. Yes, and there's others like camwood. It's a red type of wood. It's very beautiful for furniture.
How do you manage your forest activities with the fact that you live in the city center?
Well, we have to go to the forest. We have to be present in the forest at all times, and to help us do that we need transport. So as of now we are managing on our small financial resources that we have to hire transport vehicles to take us to the forest during our field work.
Well, would you say you're happy?
I can't really say I'm happy, but I'm happy because I am trying to conserve nature. It's a very tedious task, and it needs a lot of dedication and motivation. And yes, I am happy. I'm very happy for doing this job.
So thank you very much for talking to people, places and events.
Thank you too very much. Bye.
Sometimes we think we are living, at other times we think we are just partly living, because we can hardly live if the environment around us is being threatened. Thank you very much for watching People, Places and Events. And you just listened to a young girl who was saying that the Nigerian community here is totally very angry. It covers all those aspects affecting the various regions of our people. Beth was the injured country of the Niger Delta of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. He went to several schools. His major academic genesis was at the government college, Ujeli. And
go gather, destroy their food. With the camp and that other camp, some go camp. You don't compensate everybody.
In its degeneration sometimes. Today our focus will be on the style of J.P. Clark, a poet and writer, and we shall also be very interested in his poem Akbar Dancer.
Some lives are meaningful,
Some are empty.
to other lives that are eventful, with too much meaning and riches to offer humankind. Long after some of these earthly adventures and no more, one can still find footprints of these great lives on the pavements of our contemporary lives.
Good evening, you're welcome to the program Green Planet.